Hello, good morning. Here are the Tater Cowgirls with another rodeo, but we are not cooking today. We show you what we take on our giant road trip, which comes up very soon. The reason to take something with you, or the reason for me to take something with us is not to freak out. We go in an area where you might not have always a vegan restaurant or vegan food in a restaurant or even in a supermarket. So, and this is fine. I know friends who live in these areas who actually eat cleaner than I do because they can't find so much vegan junk food. Anyway, our road trip was we will go to Reno, Nevada. Then we go to Salt Lake City, Utah. Then we go on to Laramie, Wyoming, where we stay a few days. Then we go to all the way to South Dakota, Mount Rushmore and Custer, Crazy Horse. Right there, we have a hotel booked. And from there we go back to Wyoming, Cody, you know, Buffalo Bills area. And from there we go to Yellowstone, from Yellowstone to Jackson, and from Jackson we go to Pavilion, where I hopefully, and I think we can make it happen, meet up with Miss Jenny, one of my Facebook friends, and I'm looking forward to meet her in person, finally. And from there we stay in Thermopolis, where the hot springs are. We also hopefully meet a elder from the Arapaho people I'm in contact with, who invited us. And we also go to, we go from Thermopolis to Lander, where we stay one day, and then we go to South Lake Tahoe, where we stay another night and then go home. So it's a giant road trip, and there are some things I want to discuss with you and I prepped for that road trip. So to take fear away, I recommend to prep for your road trip or whatever you do. If you go with a plane, make sure you know what you can take on the plane and that stuff. So now we start, because I can talk a little bit more while stuff is going. I want to show you some stuff. Here is my Lazy Susan, and I have a few stuffs on there I take with me, and I want to show you. So, snacks, of course. No, let's start with the salad, because that needs to go in the microwave. I want to show you. So, I have different kinds of salads, McDougall salads. This is the pistachio citrus. This is my favorite, by the way. And we make it today. They have different salads. So here's a black bean quinoa. I take that with me. A sweet potato kale. And I buy whole boxes full from McDougall Fresh Foods, but I get it also at Nob Hill in my town. You get it at Whole Foods, all kinds of health food stores. I buy it in bulk because I use a lot of it. And lentil quinoa salad, that's another one. So these salads I use very often as my dinner, and I make them in the microwave, and then I pour them over fresh fruit and salad. You can get fresh salad everywhere. This is just mixed salad. This is baby kale, and this is a mango I cut up. That's one of my favorite for the pistachio citrus. This has spice in it. What I do is usually I pour a spoon of peach salsa or any salsa on top of it, which we do today too. And this is it. Then you pour the salad when it's done. So I show you, take you down to show you this very easy preparation we go through. Okay, this is the salad. So you open the lid. Take off the plastic, then you have the quinoa and the mix in it, and this is the spice mix. I liked it that they have it in a separate little packet. Okay. Okay, pour it in. I always mix it a little bit like that. Then you have a little line here that says how much water you need. It says 2 inch and 1/8 below the cup, they usually say. You see the line? Say stop when I'm there. You see it?
Yeah.
Right
Stop.
Here, yeah. Okay, so we pour the room temperature water in there. We put the lid on top. I put it loose on top. I don't know what it says. I think it says put the lid on, but I usually put it on like this, you know, a little that the steam can go a little. And then it goes, they say 1.5. I put it 2 minutes in the microwave, which we do now. You want to do that? Okay. And then you let it stand about 5-6 minutes. Put it 2 minutes in the microwave. Okie dokie. And in the meantime, we have 2 more I show you. So these are the salads. So I showed you. Let's go with snacks first and stuff. See, these are, I take those with me. This is soy curl jerky from Butler Foods. So you have it all sealed. Oh, maybe I should tell you why you cannot have open stuff with you. Let's put it up. California is an agriculture state, which means they are very protective of their crops and also have certain pests other states don't want to have in their country, in their state. So what happens is you cannot take out of California certain fruits and open packaged with sauces, vegetables and stuff. You also cannot take certain stuff into California. I learned that when I was fresh off the boat from Germany, when I immigrated 2001. I was looking for red and black currants, which I love. I love making red and black currant cake, Träubelis, Kuchen, Johannisbeere. I just translate for my Germans what I'm talking about. So rote und schwarze Johannisbeere. And I couldn't find it in California. I couldn't find it anywhere. I said, what the hell? And I asked, and they said, well, the red currant brought in, like 100 years ago or so, a pest that almost destroyed the entire grape harvest, entire grape crop for wine. So they put red currant on the blacklist. You cannot import at all to California. And I think I read somewhere that this got, now this is gone since 1 or 2 years. I mean, this stayed like 100 years, that law. So that's why you hardly find a red and black currant in California. That was one of the things I noticed why. Then let me show you something. Here on the computer, if you Google what to bring and take out of California, fresh fruit, you get stuff like that. This is a website. Can you see it a little bit? Yeah, I think you can. So this is, I can give you the link below this video. This shows you what countries, for example, if you apples from California, you can't take to half of the states of the United States. Florida is also a very protective country because they have a lot of citrus crops, so they don't want to have all the pests coming in. So you have to be really, really careful. For a banana, you can take anywhere. I see that, but you have problems with apples, you have problems with citrus fruit, apricots, so you got to be careful what you're doing and read before you go. For me it is, I'm not taking fresh fruit out of the country on my snacks. Then I know when I go to, when we hit Truckee, you know, the border to Nevada, I know we won't be in trouble. So, and it's like 4 hours to Nevada from to Reno, so it's you know, we're not starving in 4 hours and need our apple. They have supermarkets too, and I'm happy for business, so we can everything buy there for our first stop. Okay, now to our little, I want to show you the little junk food we have. Not junk food, but snacks. So the soy curl jerky is a good one to take. It does contain a little bit oil, so don't eat the whole bag by yourself. But I have a little eater here, so I won't be in danger in that. What I found is Vienna chickpea snacks with sea salt. They're really good. We tried those. And as I said, we leave everything sealed until we are across the California border. The other thing Eddie likes, because it's sweet, are mangoes, dried mangoes. It's a good snack to have, everybody, if somebody wants something sweet. Then make sure you have enough water. We load on Fiji water, we load on LaCroix and bubbles, you know, have cold stuff to drink. Because you never know, you can have a road trip, you can, your car can break down between Reno and Salt Lake City, right in the middle of the desert. We are crossing a desert there, and you better have some water and some stuff with you. So just to let you know, but you know that by yourself. Another thing I take with me is fat-free balsamic vinaigrette, because that's something you probably won't find not everywhere. And you want your vacation to be relaxed, you don't want to hunt for stuff. So I take that with me, and believe it or not, I put it in my handbag, and when I go somewhere I can't find anything else, you always find a salad. And you say, can I have the dressing on the side? And they usually say yes. Then you just take a sting out and pour it in your salad and leave the other side. That's how I do it. So at least you get a salad everywhere. What you also get everywhere, okay, we got the salad, we got the quinoa back. Okay, let's go down and do the other two, which I want to show you, and then we explain that. Take you down. Okay, so here is the ready quinoa salad, steaming. For breakfast, we have all kinds of oatmeals I take with me. Whereas, you know, in every hotel, if breakfast is included, you get a piece of toast. If you're lucky, you get whole grain toast and some marmalade to put on it. That, for me, that's already breakfast enough, or a bagel, you know. Just don't put the cream cheese on it, or butter or stuff like that. Most hotels also have oatmeal or something like that. I take some of Dr. McDougall's oatmeal with me. So this one is Stay Full Organic Maple. Then I have Stay Full Apple Flax. That's a good one. I love that one. Then we have Cranberry Superfood Hot Cereal with organic grains. I put a tablespoon of oil fat-free cocoa in that. Oh my god, that's so good. So you can add to that stuff. What I do with my oatmeal, I add some berries to it, you know, when I start eating. If you have nothing else for breakfast, you're in the hotel room, every hotel room has water. What we do now is, I show you, again, you open the lid, you take away the seal, and you can measure how much stuff from that you want. I want everything in there. It's the sugar, you know, the spices, and what you need for the oatmeal. Oh. Okay, it's just rolled oats with, this one is maple. Okay, you put water in it. You see the, it's a little hard to see, but
pretty sure that's good.
I'd rather have a little bit more. I like it a little swampy. Okay. Put the.
Am I gonna have to microwave it?
Yeah, I would say I usually spoon turn it around. So this is that.
How many minutes? 2 minutes?
You want to microwave 2 minutes. Microwave it 2 minutes. And then the next thing I have, which my husband also likes, or if you're sick, that's also something. If you know, if you get sick, we go to Wyoming. It's we might get one of us might get sickness because of the height. Also, we take care of that too. I know. We usually don't. We go a lot in the mountains, but just in case somebody has problems with this, you need something to eat. You know what you eat when it's usually chicken soup. Yes. And we have that here. So we have all kinds of soups from Dr. McDougall. Chicken flavor. This is the one for sick children. Okay. Then this is, for example, pad thai. That's my favorite noodle soup. Pad thai. It's a little spicier. We have a rice ramen. It's all vegan, whole plant-based, by the way. You don't have to worry about it. My husband likes the black bean and lime soup or the black bean and rice. He loves that stuff. And then I have a tortilla soup. There are different split pea, all different kinds. This is a clear noodle. This is a Thai tom yum rice ramen. So they have all kinds of stuff you can take on your trip. And then at least you have a cup of soup. If you can't find anything else, I mean, we eventually, I call my trip Tater Cowgirl Can Survive in steak country. Because Wyoming, you know, you might hit a little town and you're really hungry. You might hit a little picnic place. You're really hungry and you want to eat something. And
it's all steak.
That is something you can what you need is water in a microwave. You could do it with boiling water, I think, without a microwave, and just let it stand longer. I did that once at a camping trip, I remember. It worked. So that is hotel room food, you know, emergency food. Always bring bananas, or once you're in your state and out of California, you know, have a few bananas, have a few berries, then you don't have to worry. And believe me, the one thing I put the next one in. So this is the soup.
Can we go grab that one out then?
Yeah. What I do is I just keep it like that. This has no plastic. I just keep it like that. Here's the soup in there. We have a pad thai in that case, because that's my favorite soup. Put the soup packet in the pad thai. Put it up with water. Okay. Is it hot? I can get it.
That's good. I got paper towel. Just don't put too much, it overflows.
Okay. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is the soup. Put the soup in there for 2 minutes. Yeah. So it overflow a little. I had a little bit too much water in there. Sorry. But I just like my oatmeal soft, you know. So make sure you don't have enough.
2 minutes again?
Yeah, 2 minutes. It's fine. 2 minutes. Just go, when you do it the first time, just use the instructions. You know your microwave. Mine usually takes a little longer. It's an old microwave, but that's okay. Okay. That's why we have plastic covers on my table. Okay. So we have the soup in there. Now let's go to our salad. This is the salad, and this is the oatmeal. We give it a little stir. See that? This is quinoa salad. Pistachio, citrus, quinoa salad. We pour it on the salad. That's how I usually eat that stuff. Okay. Then I put wherever I go, you have a supermarket, get some salsa, and Doesn't have to be the peach salsa. That's just the one I like. But get something that you like. It can also be soy sauce or some tamari sauce, you know, or just some lemon juice added. Good. Then you stir it a little, and you have a great. That's something I like to eat for dinner. I really like that. You got your grains. I eat starch-based, so you got all your grains you need. You can always add a piece of sourdough bread. Oh, I wanted to show you my sourdough bread. Can you give me that piece of sourdough bread in that?
Which one?
Here, the longer one. Okay, here. This is your salad, and it's really, yeah, and it's really good, and it will fill you up because it has the quinoa in it. Let's try it. Let's try it. And here is a piece, if you need, of course I can take that with me, but I just show you. You get that from bakers, from a bakery everywhere. Bread, sourdough bread without oil. My one is Sumano's Bakery. They sell it at Whole Foods, Nob Hill, and they are from Watsonville. I love their bread. They have all kinds of bread. I love their sourdough. It's made with yeast, flour, and water. That's all you need to make a good bread. Crunchy, wonderful. So at home, I would probably take a small slice of bread with my salad for dinner. And let's fix that, okay? So let's try it. Eddie, you want to try it?
Sure, let me test.
It's perfectly seasoned. You know, that quinoa has really a good seasoning in it. The lime, pineapples. You can always add whatever you want to it. Okay, Eddie brings the soup. Hold on, put it on that. Yeah. All right. Okay, so this is emergency dinner. If you can't find anything, and I bet with you, you can find one restaurant in almost every town that will help you stay on your diet. So don't be afraid to ask. When I googled Laramie, I found 6 places immediately that said vegan options available on request. They would have a vegan restaurant, Sweet Melissa. And we're gonna try several things. I will videotape and I will show you. You will see my whole road trip, where we are, and you will see what options I get and where I end up. And you know, Wyoming was the state that had the first women vote. They allowed it was the first state to allow women to vote. No, it wasn't your California Berkeley hippies. It was the Midwest, Wyoming, also called the Equality State, right? You learned that too? Yeah. Also called the Equality State, and there are a lot of let's say, in our brain, I have that too. We have a lot of, we try to put people or states into different drawers. They don't have that, they don't have that. And it's not really true. So it's worth going out and try new things and getting out of your comfort zone and experience, hey, all these stereotypes I had in my brain actually don't exist. And that's why I'm doing that. I want to make people who are on that vegan diet going out and not sitting at home and being afraid to try something new because they're afraid they are not getting their food. For me, it's very important to get my food. I have diabetes in remission. I don't want to go back to diabetes too, so I have a health reason to really be picky in that. But you do the best you can do. You might not always hit the perfect food, but you do the best you can do. If you only find salsa and tortilla chips, go for that. Tortilla chips are usually contain oil. I stay away from them unless I make it myself. But if you have nothing else, go for that instead of totally giving up and eating, you know, a pork loin or something. That's my recommendation. Now, going to the oatmeal. Okay, here is our oatmeal. Perfectly smooth and soft, you see that? And what I do with the oatmeal, I just add fruit, which I get from the supermarket next to the hotel or whatever, banana or some, here I have blueberries I want to eat because they're left over. So I'm just putting blueberries in them in my oatmeal. And I have a breakfast. I don't need to be afraid I don't get my oatmeal. Oatmeal in the morning is really important for vegans. They give you the energy you need to go to Mount Rushmore and walk to all these places you want to see, to go to Hotel Irma, or go to walk in Yellowstone Park to the Old Faithful. You need to eat something, you know. You cannot go hungry everywhere and get really weak. So that's gonna be my breakfast today. It's good. There's nothing missing on this oatmeal, so make sure you have that. So now we go to the soup. You want to try the oatmeal? Eddie likes to eat oatmeal. It's one of the breakfasts we all like, my husband too. So I take like 20 oatmeals with me because I know I will need them. The soup looks like that. We stir it. The pad thai noodles are cut, so they're not long. That was one thing I don't know why they did it, because I'm used to long noodles in Asian soups, but it's not a big deal. And it's very spicy. It's good. So just wait until the noodles are soft. They look like that. See that? It's like a fettuccine size, thick. Oops, now I dropped it somewhere. Oops. And these soups are really good. And you know, if you don't feel well, nothing is better than a soup if you don't feel well. I also like the lid with the little heaven and the clouds. So this is, see that? This is the soup. It's not, you know, it's like your usual cup noodle soup. It's not that much to eat, but for a lunch, I would say it's enough. I take that to work often, and when I don't feel well, this is my food to go. I had, like last week, first day of instruction. I work in a community college. My dean has retired, so first day of instruction, I'm all by myself in the office. In the morning, I wake up and I notice my right eye hurts and I can't look in the light. And I said, what the hell is that? Well, I put my sunglasses on, went to work. And at 10 o'clock, it was so bad, I couldn't bear any source of light anymore. My eye hurt so much. I had to call my husband. I carpooled with my husband. I had to call my husband in Santa Clara. He had to come to the college and take me to the emergency room. And they diagnosed an iritis. Have you ever heard about that? I didn't. It's like you have an ear infection. You can have an infection of your iris. And that's what I had. So for 8 weeks, I have to put steroid eye drops in it. I got painkiller drops, but I don't need them anymore. As soon as I got the drops in, it was better. The light sensitivity is almost gone after a week. In really bright light outside in the sun, I still notice it. I have to wear sunglasses. But it doesn't hurt anymore, but I just wanted to tell you. So that week, I didn't want to cook or anything. I just ate my soups and my salads. Yeah. Okay, you want to try the soup? I'll show you a little bit more. This is something the McDougall foods have too. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I'm just showing you that to give you an emergency backup when you go somewhere. This is something they have too. My husband likes that one, chili beans. I probably will not take it with me because you need something to cook it in. You could take your Instant Pot and take these, you know, and heat it up on saute mode. So that wouldn't be a big deal. I probably won't do that. My husband said, do you really want to take the Instant Pot? I have some recipes like when you can make spaghetti and stuff. I don't really want to cook on my vacation, you know. This is my vacation too. So I said, no, I'm not taking the Instant Pot. I'm taking the challenge to find food wherever I am. What I take with me probably, when I show you that too. Show you this. I got that for my birthday.
Nutri-Bullet.
It's the Nutri-Bullet. Not only can you make smoothies, so wherever you are in the hotel, you get your ice cubes, you put some berries in, banana or soy milk or almond milk, whatever you want to put in. Here are the 2 cups, different sizes. So there you put your stuff in with ice cubes. You can make with ice cubes only and berries, you know, you don't have to have soy milk or bananas. You screw it up, you put it on the Nutri-Bullet.
And then you press it down.
And then you press it down until everything is mixed. You take it off. There's a little lid with it. And you have your little own made smoothies where you know what's in it. In the morning, that's something ready to go if you know, need something for breakfast. Yeah, I take that with me because that might come in handy. What you also can do with that is making hummus, by the way. Buy a can of chickpeas, garbanzo beans. You rinse it, you put it in the Nutri-Bullet, you put salt, pepper, lime juice. What else can you put in? Maybe garlic, whatever you like. Roasted potatoes, roasted bell peppers in a glass. You know, you just put a few in. Then mix them, and then you have hummus to put on a bread. So you already have some kind of food if you run out of something. Okay, so that's why I like to use that one. Okay, what else can I tell you about what I researched? Okay. As I said, I give you the stuff I found online for the food you can take in and out of California. Research your own state wherever you are. Research your own country wherever you are. They might have same kind of laws. And the other thing I researched was restaurants to the places we go. And I have a whole folder with restaurants that offer, according to the internet, offer a vegan option if you ask. So don't be afraid to ask. Don't sit there and think it's kind of weird, you know, be picky. I explain always I'm very friendly to the waitress or the waiter. I say I'm vegan, it's a healthy decision. Can you help me with some changes? And I never found anybody who said no. Seriously, sometimes they say, well, we really don't have a lot. But I always get a salad without dressing. I always get a toast with marmalade. I always get a baked potato without cheese. I always get a baked potato and vegetables. That's all you need to be, you know, it gets you out of the juju. And sometimes I try vegan food. You know, vegan restaurants put oil on their stuff too, so you have to be careful too. But do the best you can. If you are on vacation, a tiny little bit will not hurt you. Okay, as long as you stay on your diet for as good as you can. So that's what I did. That's my recommendation. And I will keep you in the loop. As I said, I will upload videos from Tater Cowgirl Can Survive in Cowboy Country. And when I'm back, we will back cooking again. But I will, and Addie will give you her, oh, Addie has cut her hair and donated her beautiful long hair to Locks of Love. Doesn't she look good with short hair? I am really proud of her that she did that, and she wanted short hair. She's now in junior high. I think that goes on the other side. Anyway, she's in junior high now, and she wanted shorter hair. It's easier to maintain, and she said, why not donating it to Locks of Love so that some other kid gets a wig? And we did that. So I hope you like her haircut. And this is it for today. As we say in California, peace out, pow, and we see you during our road trip.